You said to us, I think it was like a month and a half ago, we're having this conversation. You went to New England, and you said, I wish I had stayed in Jacksonville.
Absolutely.
So, like, what was the context of that? And maybe that is a lesson for even a guy like Ingram, that you can make a bad football decision
the grass isn't
while you're
always
making
greener.
a good business decision.
All right, I'll give you guys the full rundown of my decision, and I'll tell you this straight up: the numbers were not near as big as Ingram's numbers are.
I get it. I get it.
So the Jaguars, I signed a 2-year deal to stay in Jacksonville after my first year there, a 2-year deal for $3.5 million, right? So I play out that deal, and I'm a free agent again. They had just brought in Julius. I have a great reputation on the team. I'm a guy that gets there early. I leave late. I'm always in the weight room. The scouts love me. The front office, so the coaches love me. This is my place. I have a great relationship with Julius Thomas, Mercedes Lewis, my best friends on the team. The Jags tell me they're giving me a raise. Okay, I'm thinking maybe another 2-year deal, 3-year deal, making $2 or $3 million a year, hopefully. So the deal comes out, and they offer me the same exact deal. It was 2 years, $3.5 million. So I'm kind of ticked off because they're not giving me a guarantee either. And New England comes around and a couple other teams, but New England was the one that interests me. And New England offered me the same exact deal. We'll give you 2 years, $3.5 million. So I have the same deal in Jacksonville and the same deal in New England. But I'm like, tell my agent, tell them, hey, like, give me a guarantee for the first year. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't guarantee it. Wouldn't give me, the raise that they had promised me. So I'm kind of doing this with my heart and not my head.
Yeah, you're getting pissed off.
Yeah, he was annoyed. Yeah.
And I go, screw it. I'm going to go play New England. I'm going to win a Super Bowl. Me and Gronk are going to have a heck of a year, and and stick it kind of to the Jaguars, and they don't want to pay me. When they find out that I'm about to sign in New England, now they come back and say, okay, we'll guarantee your contract.
Oh,
I'm like, it's too late. The writing's already on the wall. I already gave these guys my verbal commitment. I'm coming to New England. Greg Olson, our old offensive coordinator, called me, Clay, they told me you were coming back. We have plays in here. We got new plays for you. Doug Marrone, should have listened to him. I get a call on my phone. It's Doug Marrone. We talk for a half hour. He tells me about on his career. He made a play to go to a better team, end up being the worst decision of his life. He still regrets it because he's like, listen, you got a great reputation here. Our special teams coach, our offensive coordinator loves you. The head coach loves you. Why leave that situation? I don't know what your status is. If you haven't signed yet, stay here in Jacksonville. We all love you here. I don't heed that advice. I still go to New England. In New England, I think I made the right decision. I come in there. They had just signed Martellus Bennett. My agent's like, dude, they drafted A.J. Derby in the 4th round. They signed Martellus Bennett. They got Rob Gronkowski. They have a player, Michael Williams, who was a starter for them last year with Gronk. They got 2 other rookies coming in. He's like, what you're getting yourself into. Like, this is a tough roster to make. So are you sure you want to go? But for me, I just wanted to go and play. Started off great. OTAs, I'm getting the second team reps ahead of Martellus Bennett playing the best football of my life. I get hurt. I pop both my adductors. I have to get surgery in OTAs. I don't come back until the second preseason game. And then I'm not 100%. I fight. I think I'm gone. They're like, if you want to wait, we'll put you on PUP list. I'm like, no, I'm ready to play. And looking back, I should have just went on PUP and made sure I was 100% halfway through the season, get activated, whatever.
What mentally was going through your mind that made you want to play instead of hit the PUP list?
Sometimes athletes are dumb, man. You're just fighting. I'm watching the film.
Like, what was the fear? Did you have a fear that was like, nah, I got to get on the field, man?
It's in all of us. You don't want to be a guy that's hurt, right? You don't want to be a guy that's hurt. You want to get back. And I always pride myself. I'm putting the extra time in the weight room. I'm putting my extra time in the film room. And I'm just trying to get back. And I'm finally like, hey, I'm ready to play. And they cleared me. And I get back, and I wasn't 100%. I thought I was going to get cut. So I literally had my bags packed on the final cut-down day in New England. A.J. Derby was playing well. Martellus Bennett had solidified himself when I was out. This guy's a weapon. I hadn't been able to compete. And I was just seeing those guys. I'm like, I got to get back out there. I want to be the second tight end. And it was, looking back at it, it was dumb. You got Gronk playing. Bags are packed. I'm waiting to, we don't find out who gets cut until you guys do. So I'm literally watching on the computer. We go from 75 to 65. We go from 65 to 60. We go from 60 to 55.
Man.
And I'm like, there's no way they're keeping me. I go, I haven't got a call yet. I'm like, I'm looking at my phone. We go from 55 to 53. I go, no way.
No
we
way.
kept 4 tight ends and a fullback. And I walked in the door the next day with my key card, and I'm like looking around. I'm like, the thing works. I'm like, is this a joke? I get in there, and I'm like, hey.
Still carrying all your stuff on your back? Yeah.
Yeah, so that was how that went down. And for me, looking back, I regret that decision because Jacksonville was a great place. I had my reputation. You know, I knew what I was going to get. But I got kind of angry because I was told I was getting a raise, and I felt like they didn't value me. Different situation for Evan Ingram, but you can now see like how some of these guys work and why some of these things happen.
Wow, great stuff, by the way. Thanks for taking us into that a little. I just don't think people understand how it worked. I'm not sure, quite frankly, I know how it works, and that's a terrific behind-the-scenes look at free agency and what goes through a player's mind and how emotional it can get. And that's something we all can relate to. Now, we're not talking about millions of dollars. We're talking about like a $2 raise here in our business.
Whatever, man. If they promise it, you expect it. When they don't deliver, it's like whatever I can do to make you mad is going to happen now.
That's it. Like, get me out of here. I'm getting out of the business, right? Over $30.
Over nothing.
Right? But, we all felt that way. I think we all have felt that way at some point in our career, no matter what line of work you're in.